Hello YouTube, welcome to Motorcycling with Carl. Today I want to go over my Harley Davidson 800 mA waterproof dual mode battery tender. I did a video on this when I first started my channel. I got a lot of questions and a lot of comments, so I've been using this for a while now and I learned a lot about it. So I want to tell you what I learned, what everything means. So hopefully this can help some people out that have bought this charger. I see some bad reviews here and there, and when I read them I'm like, oh, if only they would have knew this or that. So I want to go over what all the lights mean, everything I know about this charger. Once again, this is my point of view about this charger. I don't work for Harley. I'm not a battery charger professional, but I want to let you know what I know. Alright, so basically what you get in the box is the battery charger. You get a set of alligator clips, which just plugs right into the charger, so you could charge a battery just with using the alligator clips. And it also comes with a connector end that you can wire directly onto your battery and leave this connector hanging out of the, the bike somewhere convenient so you can plug the tender into it. Most of the newer Harley Davidsons, as far as I know, actually come with the connector hanging off the side. My 2019 Sportster here it has the battery tender wire hanging right down here. You just pull the cap and you can plug right into that and put your tender on. So if your motorcycle doesn't come with it, this kit comes with one. You can wire it on like I did to my project bike here. I wired it onto the battery and I just leave it. It hangs out the side of the bike here. It's got a little, dust and dirt cover. You just put that on there. So now both of my bikes have the connector hanging on. If you have more than two bikes, I'm sure you can go on and just buy another connector. All right, so let's get into the battery tender. All right, whenever you're going to start a new charge cycle on whatever bike, always make sure you unplug from the bike and the wall. Leave it unplugged from the wall for at least 10 to 15 seconds to let the charger reset itself, okay? After the 10 to 15 seconds, you can go ahead and plug it in. Now they say, just so you know, you always want to try to plug the charger directly in. If you do have to use an extension cord, use the shortest cord possible and the heaviest gauge possible that you have, all right? Don't use a lot of extension cord if you can help it. So we'll go ahead, we'll plug this into the wall, okay? At first, all of the lights will light and cycle, okay? So right now, this is set to a lead acid battery and it's flashing, which means it's ready to start a charge cycle. There is no juice coming out of it when this is flashing. At this point, with this charger not plugged into anything, you can hit the select button and change over to lithium life. Hit it again, go back to lead acid. You can switch this thing back and forth, no problem, as long as this is not plugged into the bike. Once you plug into the bike, this will lock in to whatever mode it's set to. All right? But before we get into that, I want to let you know, some people have said that they can't get a charge cycle to start. This charger must see a minimum of 3 volts in order for it to go into a charge cycle. So if you try to charge a battery that is totally dead with absolutely no voltage or voltage under 3 volts, this will not sense that and will not start charging. Your battery must have at least 3 volts. And the reason for that is, let me show you. we're going to plug the alligator clips in here, okay? This tender has what's called a no spark, you know, it's no spark. So right now the charger's plugged in, these are plugged in. I could take them and tap them together and short them out and nothing happens. Because this thing will not start putting any voltage out until it senses that it's hooked up properly and there's at least 3 volts for this charger to get going. Alright, so let's unplug those clips because we don't need those. Alright, so right now I'm set to lead acid because the battery that's in my project bike, the Seika 2, is a lead acid battery. The amber light is flashing, which means it's ready to charge. So what I want to do is I'm going to bring this over here, try to get it someplace where we could see it as I'm plugging in. All right, so now that is set to lead acid, charging, maintenance, so it's flashing, it's not charging, but it's ready. So when I plug this in, boom, the amber light goes to solid, but the battery in the bike is almost fully charged, I know that. So this light turned to green and started flashing. All right, so what that means, when this green light is flashing, that your battery is at least 80% charge. All right. So basically, if you had to, it says you're good to go. It's 80% charged. You could take it off and use the bike. All right. When this thing reaches full charge, this light will go to a solid green, and that will mean that the bike battery is fully charged. Okay. Now, if you notice, we're in a charge cycle now. Lead acid had been selected first. I'm going to hit this select button. Absolutely nothing happens. It won't change. It will not change over to lithium. And the same thing, if I was charging a lithium and it was plugged in, it won't change. That is to prevent accidents. Because if this thing was plugged in, and, you know, especially if it was plugged into a lithium life, and I hit this and changed it to lead acid, I believe the lead acid mode has like a cleaning mode where it puts a high voltage into the battery. It would destroy your lithium battery. All right, so just a quick review of the lights on the charger and what they mean. Green lights to the side of the select button are telling you whether you're charging a lead acid battery or a lithium life battery. It is very important to set this charger to the correct battery. Most of the bikes come with the lead acid. I don't know if some of the new ones are coming with the lithium life. I just put a lithium battery in my Harley, so make sure you know what type of battery you have in your motorcycle, and make sure you appropriately select which one you're gonna be charging. And remember, you could only select it when you first plug the charger in and you're not plugged into your battery. So very critical. Make sure you're set to what your battery is. Flashing amber light means the charger is ready to go. You can plug it into your battery. So once you plug this in, if your battery is low, solid amber light is going to go on. It's going to indicate that it is charging the battery. Once the battery gets to 80%, this is going to turn to a flashing green battery. Means your battery's at 80%. You're basically okay to go if you had to. You should be fine. When this light turns a solid green, and you have a solid green down here, that means your battery is fully charged and you are ready to go. All right, So down here, you either have a green light on either side. This battery tender does have what's called the recovery mode for a lithium ion battery. So if you have your selected for your lithium, your amber is flashing, you plug this into your bike, guess what? Your battery is really low. It's between 4 and 8 volts. The charger is going to try to do what's called a recovery on the lithium. This green light is going to start flashing. This should be a solid amber, and this will be flashing. So then it's going to try to recover the battery. If it's successful, this light will go to a solid green. This will stay solid amber, and it's going to go through the cycle, hits 80%. This will start flashing green. And when it's fully charged, it'll be green. If it cannot recover your battery, okay, this will probably be lit green, but this up here is going to flash green once, and then amber 5 times, and then green once, and then amber 5 times. And that means that it could not recover your lithium battery, and the battery is probably destroyed. Okay? So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comment, please leave them. I will do my best to answer every question or comment. So, leave it. Please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And this is Carl saying, until next time, laugh a lot, be nice, and stay safe.